The day, more vaccine options means more challenges to get those shots to the people who need them.
Teachers and licensed childcare workers are now in their first full day of eligibility to register for a shot. But health officials are scrambling to make room for them to be able to actually receive the highly coveted vaccines. Q13's Alyana Gomez is digging into that process for us tonight. So, Alyana, what are you learning?
Well, hey, Matt and Jamie, good afternoon to you. Yeah, this is obviously, as you know, as parents yourselves, this is a big deal for not only teachers, but for parents and students who are looking forward to getting back to school. And obviously, this is encouraging news as many are returning to in-person learning across our state. And what we wanted to know today is how this process is going to work for educators across the state. So we'd like to bring in Washington State Superintendent of Public Instruction, Chris Reykdal, who's joining us live to discuss all of this for us. Chris, we want to thank you so much for your time and joining us this afternoon and being here with us.
Thank you.
First, we wanted to talk a little bit about accessibility. We know that this has been a huge issue when it comes to getting the vaccine to who's eligible right now. And so we wanted to find out what the communication process is going to be moving forward between the government and state schools, and then also from the schools to the teachers.
Yeah, thank you. This was really welcome news. It kind of sped up our timeline for about 3 or 4 weeks in our state plan, but all education staff, that's more than teachers, bus drivers, custodians, everyone, eligible immediately. All the channels they might use, whether it's a pharmacy, a local clinic, a mass vaccination site, all available to them. But this is about 200,000 more people eligible, and there isn't 200,000 more vaccines coming with it right away. So a little more bottleneck for a while, but definitely welcome news. And then that vaccine will follow. So the communication now is get out there, work as hard as you can on that. There'll be more information about where to specifically go. But this is going to take us weeks to really roll out aggressively because it came fast from the president yesterday.
It sure did. It's definitely surprising news. And how does this change the scope of getting everyone back to in-person learning? We've seen some districts kind of going into a hybrid approach. We've seen one of our largest school districts in the state, like Seattle, still inching their way back to some type of in-person learning. How does teachers getting vaccinated going into the springtime change the scope of what that's going to look like when they return to the classroom?
Well, it's another significant health milestone. We've had these protocols in place all the way back to June that's allowed more than 200 districts to open. You don't need vaccine to open safely, but it sure does underwrite a lot of safety, makes people feel very, very good about that. So we want them to keep opening. Again, more than 200 districts, 40% of our students are in. Would caution everyone to remember that we still have all the other health protocols we have to follow. Students aren't getting vaccinated. They can get sick. They can bring them home to parents and grandparents. So the face coverings will stay. The physical distancing for now needs to stay. And because districts can't get all of their kids in with that 6-foot rule, parents should expect hybrid models for the rest of this year primarily, which means a couple days a week or every day for half days. Don't expect every student every day right away because all of those other protocols are in place until the Department of Health can review all of the data and consider a different guidance around that now that vaccines are coming.
I know that data and, of course, the numbers statewide and countywide are going to be incredibly important as we go back to in-person learning. State Superintendent of Public Instruction, Chris Reykdal, it's a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much for joining us and discussing this very new but encouraging news that we look forward to seeing our teachers safely returning to the classrooms. Thank you.